Ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize. We are having the phone that we are actually broadcasting on was getting attacked. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live, and we wanted to finish our conversation that we were having pertaining our our topic that we are having and our discussion that we're having this evening. But what what I want you to know is that every time we come on the show, when we know people they don't like to hear the truth, and tonight we're revealing some harsh truths, talking some topics where people ain't like, so they can come at us, and that's a good thing. We have no issues with that. All right. So back to our topics that we were having. All right. So the topic that we were on before we were rudely interrupted, I mean, just rudely interrupted, man, was the alleged housing fraud involving government employees. Ladies and gentlemen, like I say to you, the questions that I like to discuss is, should government workers be held at a higher ethical standard? That's what I'd like to know. I'd like to know that, because we have reached a point where persons are still in these government positions aren't being held accountable. We really need to ask that question. Should they be held at a higher standard? All right? Do the public have enough confidence in the government with this housing program? And how far widespread is this fraud? So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, when I think about these questions, I think about the head. If the head of the fish is rotten, what is that talking about the body? Is rotten, eh? And that's what they say, is rotten. You understand me? And right now, it's amazing how people are not addressing these concerns. Every other day, we have more and more persons being held in front of the courts for fraudulent activities, for fraud. And now you have a housing program where we're spending most of our monies, by the way, into, and people are still being misplaced and still sleeping on the beach and still sleeping in an old car. Again, how far is this? How far widespread is this fraud? Now, possible solutions that I'd like for us to talk about, again, like I say, how about independent audits? How about us talking about the Whistleblower Act? Because I think if we know that somebody can snitch on you and use the boss and you doing foolishness, and somebody find out you doing foolishness and they know you can snitch and you can make this money off of them for telling them the truth, listen, we need to promote that Whistleblower Act more. You all are protected. Tell the police the truth. Tell, man, listen to me. This is an international crisis we'll be in. Too much people are being very malicious with the Bahamian people's money. So we need to talk about that. And then, ladies and gentlemen, one thing I like about why I choose to vote COI was the Freedom of Information Act. I feel if we did have the Freedom of Information Act, that would have helped in these certain situations where people did not being integrous with the Bahamian people's money. How to be in a fraudulent act such as housing, that means if this one person didn't get caught, how long this been going on? We gotta ask just questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's alleged that there's a fraudulent housing housing ring going on that are defrauding people out of their monies. Number 3, listen, now this is hilarious. Police officer awarded more than $50,000. Man, listen to me. My good co-host, you hear about that one? I know you didn't hear about that one. But listen to me. A female officer was awarded in Supreme Court over $50,000 after a superior officer actually assaulted her. You all hearing this?
In the Bahamas?
In the Bahamas. In the Bahamas. This mess. A senior superior assaulted a female and sued the government. The senior officer ain't get sued, but the government gets sued. And they give the woman over $50,000. Now you tell me if this makes sense. Tell me if this makes sense. 242, tell me if this makes sense, man. We need these police officers to be accountable for their actions because they forget they inside our government uniforms. They need to be held accountable. Stop suing the government. Sue these and people individually. Not just because the government get it. Yeah, the person might not have it. Guess what? Send them to court, still sue them, and let the magistrate say, listen, you owe this woman XYZ amount of money in damages. Either pay up this woman in 6 months or 3 months or whatever time frame, or spend 2 years, 3 years up in Fox Hill. Something needs to be done with these bullies. Because some of these police officers are too bullified.
Yes.
I'm making up my own word
No,
now.
listen here.
Because they need to stop that man. How you can go and assault a woman and another woman unconscious and cause us to have to pay over $50,000 for his stupid decision?
No, that I think they should sue him personally.
Thank you.
Not the government.
Thank you.
Because that really don't make no sense. We are back live up on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. As y'all come and continue tapping the screen and sharing the live, I want to apologize. We had to cancel TikTok because too much people was popping up on the screen and they was trying to cancel the live. But we are now back on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. As y'all come and please tap the screen and share the live. All of the stuff that happened inside in this country, all the shows they have up on all over the dog world, they rather sit their ass on Uncut 242 to disturb the show. And we was done on the road going so good.
Right, listen to me. You got to understand. When the enemy coming after you, they just got to keep coming. And he know why he don't want this information to be out there. Because people's eyes are going to open up and people are now going to start questioning a lot of stuff. But this is just some of the things that I've done my investigations on. These are some of the things. And understanding this, these are things that a lot of behemoths don't even know about.
Yes, but before you continue, I would like everybody who's on TikTok, if y'all want to come on the panel, you could come on the panel and we could have a conversation with y'all. But as y'all come up, please put your phone on mute. And when we ask any questions, you could unmute your mic and then we want you to engage inside the conversation. We are live inside the studio. Please continue tapping the screen and also sharing the live whilst you're on TikTok. And everybody else on YouTube and also on Facebook. On Facebook, please press add highlight, add follow in Facebook, and on YouTube, subscribe and also share the live. And let everybody know we want to apologize. We at the end because our platform was getting attacked. So I want to apologize for that. So let's continue with the conversation. We are live in the studio with my co-host, Dorset L. Bullet, and my name is DeAnton Powell. This is Uncut 242. We want to welcome everybody to the show. Let's have a wonderful conversation, a wonderful show. And I just want to let you all know how much I appreciate each and every one of you all. And just to let you all know too, before we continue, this show is brought to you in part by Uncle Dita's Natural Products, where we sell 100% natural hair, face, and skin products. Let's get to the show.
Yes. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we need accountability in this country, and we need it like no other. And I don't feel that any of the red Kool-Aid or the yellow Kool-Aid is going to bring that.
Ain't red or yellow Kool-Aid no more. You got this fruit punch.
Oh, it's fruit punch.
Not fruit punch. So what about the blue Kool-Aid name?
But yeah, and yellow and red to get mixed together is gay fruit punch. Ain't nobody like fruit punch.
Ain't nobody see no fruit punch. Any damn.
Well, again, we need accountability because ain't no way possible these police officers working and getting assaulted.
But you have to understand. We have to be
on the job.
But we have to be realistically speaking when we have a topic like this. When you have the head that we put to run this country and they are corrupt to the core, what you expect it to do now?
Just the same thing. What I saying that is the head of the fish rotten.
Yeah.
What does that mean to the body?
Yes. So it's no accountability. So of course he could do that and then still get Probably
and charge to the Bahamian people. We get whole left hold in the
but the
bag.
thing about it, that right there, we know that's corruption, because why are you going now to sue the government for one person flipping damn I'm negligent or shit? That right there, that means somebody who's taking this case in the government who now want a piece of the flipping coin. Because why are you suing the whole you basically suing the country?
Thank you. When these police officers do their skullduggery, they need to be charged twice, sued twice, individually and by the government.
Yes.
But the government needs to be putting stress on the fact that they're getting sued personally in their personal estate. Because you, in a way possible, you charge the Bahamian people over $50,000.
No.
Okay.
Wow.
It's important.
Sit there.
So this right here,
In the name of Jesus, sit there.
this right here is a serious matter. Should there be a greater oversight of police leadership? That's the question we should ask. Should there be a greater oversight of police leadership? Who is policing the police? That's the question.
See, now that right there, you pushing the button, because from sense to...
And I got another question to add on top of that. Because when you think about that, this question comes into play. Does the public trust internal police investigation?
Now that's some serious. We have on TikTok, we have Big Bobby.
Big Bobby, how do you feel about that question? That question. What do you feel about that story?
Good night, guys. I do apologize. I was not listening. I just got in and I wasn't listening.
Well, let me give you a shortcut.
I apologize.
Let me give you a shortcut then, so you'll be up to speed. A female police officer was assaulted by her superior police officer, and he knocked her out unconscious. Later on, she went to Supreme Court and didn't sue him in his personal capacity, but sued him because of the job, which is us, the Bahamian people, that actually pays their salary. She was awarded over $50,000. Do you feel that we, as police officers, should have a greater oversight of leadership? And do you feel that we could trust an internal investigation to take place with trust?
Go ahead, Bobby. You can answer that.
No, I don't feel like we could trust the internal audit. It's been proven time and time again, but other situation different than this situation. But for me, you can sue the overall, the force. You got to deal with that person. That was more of a person, regardless of that's your colleague or not. So I don't agree with that. I don't agree with us. I have to pay them $50,000. You want to pay up $50,000, so no. I don't think it makes sense.
Yeah, I agree too. I personally, and that's how I look at things. If you are a government worker and you have been assaulted on the job or being harassed or anything of that sort, you sue the person in their personal capacity and then sue the government. And the reason why is because as a government entity, there should be some higher level of oversight of leadership that can actually get down on that person. So if they do stupidness, hey, I have somebody higher than you. But the person who higher than you, if they corrupt, yeah, well, you know what you got to do.
Yeah.
Because like you say, if the head is rotten,
yeah, it will trickle down to
it'll trickle down soon enough.
Yeah.
All right.
See, and this is where we need to enforce our law. We have to put something in place where people could be afraid to do some stuff when it comes to this, being on the job or just in public.
Yes. Yes. And then listen, this next story I want to talk about, because people don't understand. We got so much things I could talk about, but these are the highlights that I want to talk about tonight, and these topics, because these topics are the one that is itching and vexing at this time. BPL.
How much of y'all got an email from BPL
4 o'clock in the morning.
How much of y'all got an email from BPL 4 o'clock in the morning concerning your
My
bill?
Lord, my Lord. Man, listen to me. I know this conversation could be a little wild. But anyway, although reports have been said last week, power outage has remained one of the country's biggest concerns. Residents continue to discuss reliability, raising costs, and promised energy reforms. Man, listen to me. I so sick of this BPL foolishness. Man, and didn't we just spend a couple $1 million on getting 4 brand new generators? Oh, no, sorry. I mean, used generators.
You better say the right
Come
thing.
on, man.
Used
What the hell's
generator.
going on in this country? Is that Big Bobby?
Yeah, Bobby, you want to say something about that, Big Bobby, before we go on?
I say yes, we paying off a bill. From what I read on Facebook today, we paying off. I don't know what the bill is still paying.
How much goddamn bills we need to pay off, Big Bobby, before the behemoth people can catch a break? Gas bill going up, light bill going up, NIB going up. The car registration and license going up. How much goddamn bills we could be paying to go up? And these corn suckers getting $10 million every 5 years.
Everything going up on the road.
20 million now because that was the first term they didn't get 10. This is another one.
But everything going up on the road, them down, dig up. That's some serious shit inside this country, man. They trying to break.
They only making provisions for them and their people because their stipend and everything went up. So they could care less about the behemoth people, so.
But when are we now going to stand up and fight? God damn it, they soon take the air away from us. When you go outside now in the daytime, you can't even fucking breathe.
Yeah.
Again.
We have Raga on the channel side.
Good night, Raga.
Hey, good night.
Raga, what you think about this BPL situation? Talk to me, because I getting a little agitated with this tonight.
Well, I mean, we voted for progress. Right now we gotta stop being chronic complainers and enjoy this. I think God in place with the BMA people. That's why there's all this foolishness going on. People crashing, when you split the roach, them how they go crazy. That's God flitting the BMA people because we lost.
Wow.
We lost.
Yeah.
Wow.
He just said it in a nice way. We is fucking idiots.
Wow.
But he made people be the stupidest animals there is.
Because
for all the stuff that happened inside this country right in our face, they are now they can raise their money, but nurses ain't get paid, doctors ain't get paid. Look at the school already. It's almost time for school to open up. When are they going to do painting and stuff and maintenance in these schools? They now and they can now go on vacation for 8 freaking weeks.
Yeah, 8 weeks.
And coming back when everything already flicking over.
Well, we know. Hold on. Go ahead, Raga.
Yeah, they selling all this Coca-Cola in the House of Assembly, laundering money, and taxing you simultaneously. I was watching what the show with Levon Miller. And the young lady says, for $5,000, you could buy a nice car up to date and foreign, but time is again, that costs $1 million. So who taxing us to that? Huh? It's us. And then the people down there who's eating all the chicken and thing and wearing them PLP shirt, they're crying, but they displaced. It's us, man. I keep saying.
Raga David, they can't even take off this PLB shirt. This PLB shirt is turning from blue to black.
Boy.
So this shirt can't come off.
That's the uniform, I'm understanding.
Right. Then you get, you're talking about the officers or the officer them.
Yeah.
It's like the BMA people got to rise up and hold these officers accountable.
Thank you. Thank you.
We got to stop going down there by the House of Assembly slapping up. Let's stop that. You got to go down there on East Street Hill and make these people do their job. Invite CNN, NBC, all the news media from around the world. Go down there in Africa and find all the Zimbabwe, them news network. They come down here and you gotta go make these people do their job.
And you know what?
We know who they are. We know who doing the crime. We know who's supporting these criminals in the House of Assembly in the crime.
But
It's a simple fix.
Rugger, you know what? You know what I realized too, though? Not to cut you off, is that we as employees or co-workers, we know the suckers who's thieving the money in there. We have a whistleblower act that protects you. If they fire you after you go and expose your boss and you have the evidence, guess what? You could sue their hip. And you don't sue just the government, you sue the person in their personal capacity. Like I say, you have options. A lot of people aren't educated.
But we got a whole lady that did that. But whatever came with the situation went up.
Thank you. Again, thank you, Big Bobby. You're right.
No. You know, Nyla, you up the...
Yeah, don't worry. They're getting blocked up.
Ferguson.
Wow.
Latour Ferguson, yes.
The list goes on. The next one where they allegedly assassinated the other day. Like, yeah, man, we gotta come as a collective, as one unified voice and say, hey, that shit been going off in the 80s and 70s. Enough is enough. You know what I mean? If you watch all the old documentaries with Bill and them selling dope, it doesn't change. The same thing's happening now.
Yeah, we know. But again, is it okay? Should we continue to allow this to happen?
No, it's time to rise up.
We have to do something different.
Yeah, but then we have to understand too. What do we have to lose?
What do we? Thank you.
We don't have a shit to lose.
Thank you.
So we have to consider this, and we have to think about all of these stuff. Like Michael host say, we can't go there, and like Roger say, we can't go there 1-1. We have to go as a collective. We have to go with.
And you got to mean it. You got to sleep out there. If it's 2-3 days, when the clarion call is called, show them you mean business. God will provide. He tell the people, walk 7 times around the wall of Jericho. That looks stupid. That sounds stupid. What you walking around a whole big wall for 7 times for? But once you are obedient, God is going to move.
Yep.
I think about it, right? I feel like that's what needs to be done. We need to move. And I feel like the two, they knew that was coming. Because I know they watch the show and they hear the rising up. I know they hear it into the grapevine. People are tired, people are frustrated. I feel like that's why they go on vacation, because they know.
Man, listen to me. Big Bobby, we know the helicopter, the chop, is soon about to come out. We know that. And they know that.
I let them keep talking to Herschel Walker, thinking Herschel Walker. Let them keep talking to Herschel Walker like Herschel Walker. I'm gonna tell them, you know what, y'all be careful because they're right around the corner looking at John.
They gotta remember, Herschel Walker is a Bahamian that was appointed to be an ambassador to this country. He was appointed by the United States of Americas. All right? Don't get it twisted. His loyalty is not to our country. It's to who? America's.
So I want y'all to understand that, and like Roger said, they are hiding, they're running from something. But now for you to run for 8 weeks, this have to be something serious they're running from. Gardner has been denied. We have now the TPS now has been lifted now, where the people are coming back home.
We got the asylum bill going on.
It's a lot of stuff they need they don't want to be answered question for. So the only best thing to do is run, so I'm gonna answer or talk, nobody gonna talk to me about anything.
Run, baby, run.
You see, what the law partner them, what they make Chief Justice, that's their friend. They made the man. I mean, how we do that? Like, the Bahamian people just like the Ronald McDonald of the world, you know. You let this con man, this 90 lawyer, you let him get one fellow with his law firm and make him Chief Justice?
My lord.
What justice we can get?
My lord.
The nigga live in a 90 house. You know what I'm saying? And then the sad baby get old people in this country, they cool with it. They cool with it, but they go on and vote for this too. I don't know.
Everybody's scared now. You have to understand now. People is afraid. Back in the day, in the 60s, 70s, people was actually getting on a live back in the day for stand up and trying to speak out on matters and stuff. So they scared.
Yeah.
That's why when we grew up, when we was growing up, and then the thing about it too, our grandparents have a lot to do with this foolishness with us not saying anything, you know, because they teach us to flip in. If you see it, now your business, stay out of it.
Yep.
Keep secrets.
Yeah, when you know that's what,
don't say nothing.
Yep. They was gatekeepers. They was gatekeepers.
That's that generation.
So we have to understand that same generation, that curse they already put on us to your business, stay out people's business, mind your business. Yours. Now it's catching up on all of us right now.
Yep.
Well, let's get back to the show.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this one y'all gonna make this topic, y'all gonna laugh at this one. Tourism image is under pressure following recent events, and y'all know about this, involving a visitor behavior and a public disruption. Officials have expressed concern about protecting the country's tourism reputation. Does everyone have a role in protecting the brand Bahamas? Are tourist areas adequately secured? How can citizens contribute to a better visitor experience? Now, you all tell me. Let's talk about that, because listen. First and foremost, I know everybody then see that video would gone viral, virus, I should say, with the Jamaican tourists who came off the cruise ship and downtown. And I think everybody didn't see that.
Yeah, I think so.
You all hear how bad he talk about the Bahamas. He didn't even just say New Providence.
So
that don't happen on the islands now. You know that.
Before Bobby, I just want to let you know that we live on all social media platforms and we don't cuss on live.
Yeah.
We cuss and uncuss after that. So we want you breathe in before you answer.
Yes.
Bobby.
All right. Because we live and everybody can hear you, Bobby.
So when you talking, so Facebook and YouTube can hear everything you're saying. So go ahead, Bobby.
No, I ain't got nothing to say yet.
Raga, you have anything to say?
I mean, pretty much is what it is, you know. That's the wild, wild west. It's like the old Mexico. When niggas do their crime back in the day, and they say they gotta run off the old Mexico. This is our old Mexico right here, man. You go ahead on life again. These are gated communities, be wanted, and all type of crap. You'd be surprised to know who I know, John.
Nah.
Well, Rugger, I
Man, the Bin Laden being staying here, man. You gotta stop that shit out.
I was just gonna say that just now, Rugger. Back in the day, Bin Laden used to be coming over here and staying right in Abaco, allegedly.
Wow.
Yeah, this thing go deep. Listen.
They bring all the terrorists.
Every one of them.
These people, they just be playing a game with us. I hear the fruitcake the other day stand up in the host and say, it's impossible to patrol and, you know, secure our borders because of this and that and re. And the sad thing is the people going, I am again. I shame of the people in Jamaica. All of them. And the family that and then want to vote for him and all. I shame of you all.
And you say, well, Rugger, you say the fruitcake. Which fruitcake is this?
I just gonna say, because you got a couple hands. You got a couple hands.
You got to piece it together. You know, the one right there in Jamaica. Who they going to hire again?
Oh, okay. We know which fruitcake that is. That might.
The lady whistled down already. That fruitcake. And if the lady whistled down was listening, we need some more episodes.
Yes, we need some more files. We need to continue with those files, eh?
Yeah, man, they playing games with the baby people, man. And it's sad, they get people, we just allowing it. You know.
See, you just fixed that right just now. Good, Rugger. That's good. Other people were allowing them to take us like a fool, treat us like animals. Because we only have 300,000 adult Bahamians.
Mention it's our responsibility as Bahamians to care for tourism industry. Am I correct?
Yes. Does everyone have a role to protecting the brand of the Bahamas? Yes.
I do agree. I do believe each and every one of us do have a because it is our number one in the screen, that is our bread. But unfortunately, because they choose not to invest in other fields like agriculture and different, resources and stuff, I feel like it is our responsibility to make sure that we protect that industry. However, you gotta first be behemoths out there on Bay Street first in order to, I don't even think there was behemoths who was antagonizing them, a guy who was down Bay Street. Because we all know Bay Street full up with Haitians, they full up with foreigners, just like the fish fry would fill up with foreigners. So when these tourists come, they ain't really experiencing the Bahamian tradition, culture, nothing. So we gotta first start there in order to protect what we living off of. We gotta first start and we gotta employ Bahamians. You understand? So they gotta deal with that.
And that's how you answer that. You answer that really well.
Yes, and I just want to say, Big Bobby, the last video that I watched where they was antagonizing, was that gentleman in the white shirt? That's a tourist.
The gentleman in the white shirt, he was American. I think he was on the boat as well. Yes.
Wow.
He's an American. He was in Jamaican.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
So again, like I say, we have to really look at it for what it is, and we have to address these issues and these things as they come. But again, that's our number one industry. I have some solutions.
No, that's not even a second.
Go ahead.
Crime is our number one industry.
Hey!
Yeah.
Boy, you better stop it though.
The Bahamas is a narco state. Crime is our number one industry. You want to see me selling passport, human trafficking, and gun running? That's our number one industry. Crime.
No, man, you gotta stop that, rugged. They're the products. You can't say that. Now you see, rugged. Now you see, you gotta stop this now. You tell me the number one industry is crime. So the products got to be the human trafficking, the gun smuggling, and the stuff like that. They're the products. Why they show plenty of products on the road now?
What I'm saying is the lead crew shouldn't be allowing themselves to doing it and then charge me 65% on one whole car.
Yeah.
You understand? If you doing that, you making millions of dollars. At least let me pay me 5, or you know what? Let me pay me 10%. Remember that phrase back in the day? Let me pay my 10%, but not 65% on the whole car. And you beat our number one industry is crime. Man, come on, man.
Agreed. Well, I ain't gonna just bring the question to you and not give you my suggestion or my solution. So here are 4 solutions that I think that I personally asked myself and I thought about. How about we increase police presence? But now we need to reform the police presence. So that means the police need to do their training all over. Yeah. We need to get some police officers who have integrity. Because recently we just had police officers got caught bribing the tourists. Yeah. Man, what's going on?
Extortion.
Yeah. Extortion.
I mean, like, what's going on?
See, the thing about it too, all of that play, when we now pay the people and what they deserve, we will have less people now doing other stuff that they know they're supposed to do. But you can't blame them for what they're doing. These people that ain't getting paid, they're getting paid crumbs on the dollar. Rent is a majority, and what is so sad inside this country, we have to consider this as well. Majority, everybody inside this Bahamas is paying rent.
Yes, but let me tell you why I say you can't really blame some of these persons. The police force is one of the biggest gang in the Bahamas. They had May 12th was general election. If they sick and tired of the garbage what's going on, immigrations and customs tired of the garbage what's going on, all these different government departments, they supposed to get out and vote.
Yep.
Okay, if you're tired of this government, you tired of the corruption, you tired of your small wages or whatever you're going through, you didn't know what you had. Why you ain't vote against it? Huh? I'm just simply saying, if you are tired of what you're getting, you look for another option.
Exactly.
They didn't. So let them continue. I'm just giving you my personal opinion.
What the song say? Look what you could get when you're tired, what you got.
Okay then. So y'all wasn't tired. So sit back, relax, and take it.
Just take it.
Whether it's a big bamboo or a small one. Back to this solution. Maybe we need to improve hospitality training. Is Bahama House still working?
Well, when it comes to Bahama House, I don't think it's working because people and what supposed to be having the certificate.
That's true.
So when it comes to Bahama House, we need to our morals.
Yes.
We can't
I just was about to say that.
we can't just be just giving anybody who don't deserve it. Matter of fact, why would you give a Haitian a certificate to have a license? Who don't know nothing about the country, can't speak English. The first thing a tourist come to this country, they're the first person they see, the last person they see.
Wow.
We have to make it make sense.
Wow.
Well, the reality is, it's like Mr. B said, we have a corruption problem. All the other stuff we talking about, it all goes down to corruption. You know, this would be a good idea. We need to make some incentives for some police from the UK to come down here and integrate in our society and work on our police force to hold these shines and these people accountable. You see, let the white man come and supervise them and get their morals in check, because boy, the moral compass in this country is, I didn't even broken, it melts in all this heat.
My brother, it says, let me just ask up. We got Nova on the line. Nova, we got Nova on the chat room. Nova, good evening.
Everybody, how are you guys doing?
Be good. But let me tell you, when I was younger, brother, everyone who's listening, when I was younger, the police officer had so much pride. They used to shine their shoes and also shine their buttons and stuff on their clothes and things. These people are coming out now, any type of house.
You think the dirty birds coming out like that now?
They don't the morals and the pride they had back in the day.
Man, stop that, man. They still scared them too, and it contains them to the press.
You gotta realize too, they ain't hiring people with the pride. That's first and foremost. A lot of
I want but the pride part, I want but the integrity part.
Yes, that is what I meant to say. They ain't hiring people, a lot of people in integrity. They hiring people who they know. A lot of people who deserve and want to be on that force to do their due diligence the right way. They are not hiring them.
They hire them, you know, but what has happened is they get polluted. They get polluted. Okay, this morning I was on the road.
It's pressure on the job.
Stop, right? No, not really peer pressure. They just corrupt them, and if you're in a part of this corrupt system, then they see the fellow who Joe Bad knocked down. What happened to him? They find drug in the car. Of course, he say the fellow tried hang himself. It's. But anyhow, this man is riding. I saw one young officer. He stopped in the middle of the road in Cowbend, and he saw a Bahamian flag on the floor. But he picked it up with pride, and he was so sharp. And I look at him like, look at his ass. I'm selling all this Coca-Cola inside those assembly units, picking up flag. And I had to bring myself back to be, you know what? The young man, he still have some morals and standard in him. But you get him 3-4 years, I get man them Jones inside the police station. The shine in the eye to do right is they're dull, and it's turning the zombies and do the same crap.
Yeah. But then we need, so with that being said, then, brother, go ahead.
Go ahead, Bobby.
Go ahead, Bobby.
No, I said stop, not all.
I was just gonna say, see, remember this now. You could fool the people most of the time, but you can't fool the people all the time. You understand what I'm saying? There is out of 100 people, you'll never find all of them on one accord. Yeah. You'll always find one that is not on that run. And that one is just have to be the light and the darkness. Sometimes.
See, the set would really want their country to go right. They ship them the family islands and stuff.
Yes.
We ain't got
exactly.
Just got more mosquito than anything else. They make sure that they put you in these places where you could get tired and where you
and you cannot elevate.
Yeah.
They dull your shine. And guess what? God got a serious space and hell for some of them. He got a serious space in hell for them. But let me give you all the COI perspective on this matter. Reading Vision 2030 now. So I just want y'all to listen to this. Vision 2030 proposed involving tourism beyond the traditional model by creating new attractions, encouraging greater Bahamian ownership within the tourism industry, strengthening cultural tourism, and ensuring more tourism revenue stays within the local communities. And I think if we were to really implement some of these things that just piecing from what I've read with Vision 2030, if they would implement some of these things, it would be really, really great to help a lot of what's going on in our country. Because if the money is staying in our country and not going outside our country, we'll have some more stability in our country. Because the money is circulating in our country and not going out.
Yeah. Do you all want to answer? Anyone of you all want to answer?
I mean, I haven't keep beating the same horse, right? But you know why. But it makes sense because how much Haiti is getting remittances? That's a big number. That ain't, when you see the Haitians work, they put their money in cash for gold, they're gone. Couple $12 million. That don't touch the economy. It's the Chinese. You go to the Chinese, you spend money with them, they ship that money back to China. You know, I just
See when it comes to that, I don't think we should stop them from doing what they're doing, you know. We just need to now tax the money going out. So how much ever money they send, we get majority of that.
So if they sending out $700, you think we should get $70?
I think we should get like probably say $80 out of that 70.
Okay.
Shit. Make it make sense. Because it would stop them from
they sending out 700, we getting 80.
Yeah, we getting 80.
No man. What you mean? They charge you 65% to bring in one old guy, you know.
Okay, now we talking.
People 65% to bring in one old guy, but
you getting it. You getting it.
Let's go on the other day talking foolishness.
So again,
you know how much fuel? The taxes on gas, they put on payments. No way. You get at least 80% of that money, man.
So see, see, now we going. Now we talking. So again, the question I have, in this instance, if instead of them carrying the monies outside of our country, not spreading it around in our local communities and our local businesses, how do you think what price do you, what percentage you think we should be receiving? If somebody's sending over $1,000 to Haiti or a communist country or just Western Union, what percentage you think the Bahamian government should be receiving from this? Do we know how much they're receiving now?
Y'all ain't receiving a damn thing. The government will be got, these are billy goats. These are donkeys. Ass of all ass. That Jesus ride on the pure ass. This the ass we got there, yeah, government. They done been split up a long time. You know,
boy, you all no good. You all no good.
Different ass we got running this.
I personally feel that if you sending over
like Rugger say 80%.
Yeah, no, I didn't think it was 80%. I say 70.
I say we should tax them 80% of the money that they sending out.
I say 70%.
It shouldn't be 70 if we getting taxed majority of the percentage. Bringing in an old beat up car. Are you trying to? No, boy.
If you gonna